The LA Rams are heading on the road to Baltimore to take on the Ravens off a bye week. Baltimore plays their best football at home. They dismantled the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions in Baltimore not too long ago. The Rams are really hot, but they have a major disadvantage in this game. Their offense is really talented. And they got some really talented young players on this offense outside of Cooper Kupp. We know about Puka Nacua, who's been the best rookie wide receiver this year. They got running back Kyron Williams back. He's been causing hell the last few weeks. The Ravens defense, though, is the best in the NFL statistically. They got a lot of talent on the pass rush. They got a really good secondary. And it's been really hard to move the ball on this defense. And when you think back to some of the Rams' more embarrassing losses that they've had this season, when they got blown out by Dallas. Well, I wouldn't say they got blown out by Dallas, but, that game wasn't really close. And they also lost to Green Bay 3-20. Against the Dallas Cowboys, it was 20-43. And against the Eagles, it was 14-23. When this offense has gone up against talented defenses, they struggled. The Ravens are a 7-point favorite, for the reason that anytime they've played at home, they've looked super dominant. Their only notable home loss that I can remember from this season was when they lost to the Cleveland Browns in a really weird game. You see, the problem with the Ravens is that they get themselves in trouble when they don't play efficiently. When they're turning the football over, they're not able to run the football effectively. Yeah, we know that Todd Monken, being their offensive coordinator, has elevated the passing game and Lamar Jackson's passing ability to an extent that we've never seen before. But let me ask you this. Do you know who leads the NFL in rushing yards per game? It's the Baltimore Ravens. And when they lost to the Browns, what were they unable to do? Run the football. Can the Rams slow down the rushing attack of Baltimore and force them to put this ball in the air, and maybe the receivers have one of those games when they're dropping passes? Is this a game where Lamar Jackson kind of comes up a little bit small? He hasn't really been asked to do a whole lot relative to that game against Cincinnati. When the Ravens are at their best, they're running the football, and they got really good running backs. Now, can the Rams, are they capable of being able to slow down the run game? Because I'm pretty confident that they're not going to be able to. We saw how this run defense played against the Browns, and this defense got shredded up by Joe Flacco. This defense is going to have their best performance of the year, and you're also going to need your offense to hold up their end of the bargain going against the best defense in the league, and I strongly doubt that that's going to be able to happen. I like the Ravens to win. I like them to cover that -7. I'll take them 31-13 is my final score prediction in this game. The Rams are in for a really tough game. Sean McVay is a really good coach, but you can only scheme up so many things when you're at a major talent disadvantage like this. And one thing we know about this Ravens defense is that unless this offense just completely implodes on themselves and they have a lot of turnovers, this defense probably isn't going to give up any more than 14, 17 points at the most. So I like the Ravens to win. I don't think this game is going to be pretty close at all.